back to the Quake axe that swings like this. He's going around, running around, swinging like this with his axe. And it's just so much fun. And we had it in, but it just wasn't looking right. It started feeling like it, but we were having problems with other animation exporting. So we've really got to work with Raven on getting those done. But right now, the defaults to where like the medic has the bioaxe or his syringe. In our version, we're going to have bioaxe. So it was a long thought out process. We couldn't decide what to go with, syringe, medipack, or go back to the original bioaxe. The community, the Team Fortress community decided that we needed to go back to the original bioaxe, just because people love swinging that thing so much and just infecting people. So I totally understand. It's fun. So we're going to go back to that eventually. But right now we've got the gauntlet. It's sort of boring, but it will infect people. And we have an effect. I wish I could show it to you, but in the video before, someone was infected. I don't know if you guys saw. He was bunny hopping and he was infected, and he was just streaming blood and green ooze from him because he was infected. So he was slowly dying. So he's running around on this map and just bleeding and oozing everywhere. But it was in the video. And I'll probably end up putting that video on our website when I get back to get back home, so you guys can check it out again if you want. So he will infect. I wish I could get another one in here, but I could not.
1 minute short notice.
Well, when the time ends, we'll switch to another map. But he's got a super shotgun as well, and his bio gauntlet will heal and infect. Let's see if this crashes me. Recently, this has been one of the big bugs that we need to fix, but the medic's wall climbing has been crashing servers. Worked okay there. But you'll also notice, let me try to get the health down. It probably regenerates a little too fast. At this point. But the medic heals over time. It's a little too fast right now, though. So that's something we're going to have to tweak. You can also get a faster speed. So those changes. I still can't really give a time release date when this is going to happen, because we end up getting, it feels like it's done. It feels like it's close to, being able to release, but we get something done and 3J just adds more to it, which is great. I'm not going to complain, but it's like he adds more, so it has to be tested and worked out through the testers. So hopefully soon. I'm wanting to release within a month. It's basically up to 3J October. So.
Prepare to fight. 3, 2, 1, fight.
So you don't start fully staffed?
Right. Yeah. Just like back in past Team Fortresses. The maps you can set the respawns to where they will give you stuff, but they have a set level. Usually half of everything is what they set on respawn. So the heavy weapons guy works similar to the Q4F weapons guy. We've taken a lot of things from original Team Fortress, from TFC, from Q4F. Those are the ones that really inspired us most, and have implemented the things we really liked to try to make the best Team Fortress game yet. That's the heavy weapons guy. You will see the little gauge on his weapon? That's his spread. So the higher it is, the more spread you get. If you just, jump around, you can get really good accuracy. But the more you fire, the more spread it's going to give. Gauntlet shotgun, super shot. He's also got a cluster grenade and a regular frag. Our frag grenades right now are a little temporary because I mean they look like cartoon grenades. They look like way too bright, like they were just drawn and painted. So they're just temporary right now. Pyro. This is a fun class to play around with. I don't know if you've noticed, even in the video, we went back to also the way Quake gives when you exploded, how blood stream and it would just like fly all over. And we added that, a lot more blood and gives, depending on how much damage you've taken. But it's a lot of fun to watch. The stuff explode and splat all over the place, just like back in the regular Quake. So we based our flamethrower on the flamethrower from Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and that's the one. Those are the ones who I saw do it first. The way the flame moves, it moves a lot differently than past Team Fortresses. Actually, Q4F and Beta 2, I think, ended up doing something similar. He's also got his napalm grenade. Which I'll show you if you like put it up in the air out here, it just sort of spreads fire. So just depending on how far you throw it, the flames will, throw how far they go. He's got his napalm launcher. You can rocket jump with it, it's not as good as the rocket launcher, but you can rocket jump with it. These will catch people on fire. And he's got the regular shotty. See, am I missing something? Nope. That's it with him. The spy is only halfway implemented right now. One of our biggest features that we're adding to this that's different from other past Team Fortresses is the first Team Fortress used a feign death, because they left the models laying around in the environment, and I think they did the same thing in TFC, and then in Q4F they had to do something different because the bodies would get or they would eventually disappear. In Quake 4, it's even worse because of the level of detail on the models. It's just that if you're leaving too much of that laying around, it's really going to bog down the engine. So we didn't want to exactly do what Q4F did and use, I keep forgetting what they call it, stealth. The stealth. But we ended up deciding to take a cloak approach like the Predator. And so the Predator can cloak, or the spy can cloak like the Predator. And he can, if he stands still, he's perfectly invisible. But he can move very slowly, unlike past Team Fortresses where if you stealth or feign death, you couldn't move. You were right there until you wanted to break it. And in our version, we're going to have where you can move very slowly, probably about heavy weapons guy speed, and but if you move, you end up making this Predator-like effect. So people can see you if they are paying attention. So we just don't have that implemented yet. I guess because it's one of the bigger projects for 3J, I don't know, but it's not implemented yet. Right now we do have where we can change disguises. So I changed the red team. You can't really tell so much right now. It looks much better when you're looking at someone who's doing it. So, tranquilizer gun. It'll slow them down like usual. Slow down enemy players. Right now it actually slows down anybody that you shoot, even yourself. Actually, that'd be a good way to show you guys. I can bounce it off the force field. he's got his gas grenades, but right now it doesn't make him hallucinate. It doesn't make players hallucinate, and it's not doing crit damage. So it's only partially implemented, but it's there, and the cloud isn't quite right. So it's being worked on. I missed myself. It's bouncing the screen there. See, now I'm really slow. So you use it, like past Team Fortresses, trank them, get your. This is the knife. The gauntlet, we have to use a gauntlet for the knife round. It will eventually be a knife model. But you backstab the person when they're slowed down and they'll get it. So, I like that. Bouncing them back. Anyway, so he's only partially implemented right now. This is my favorite class. This is what I play in clan play and what I played in enemy territory fortress for a couple clans. I don't know why I play. It's just my favorite class to play. We have the railgun. I think I started talking about that before, and then we ended up showing you the video and stuff. So we're back to that conversation about the railgun. And past Team Fortresses, the railguns haven't been like the railguns that its software made. We decided to have the railgun like its software's railgun. So in regular Team Fortress, it looked like a dart gun. TFC, it looked like a ray gun, shoot green lasers. And in Q4F, it was something sort of like TFC's, but it was blue and shot the blue rays. But ours were actually about as fast as an Instagun railgun, but it does the damage the same as the old railguns did. It's a little faster and it's instant, unlike the others that shot a projectile. But so it's a little bit different, but people really enjoy how the new railgun engineer works. You're not going to instantly hit someone once and kill them. You might think that because it's the railgun, but it doesn't have as much damage as Quake 4's railgun. So this is the wrench, the engineer's wrench. That's all we can do right now. Working on it. Got a shotgun, super shotgun. Actually, in past Team Fortresses, you'd usually see good engineers usually using their shotgun because the railgun was worthless. So they just use them and their EMP grenades. They hurt a whole lot, by the way. I just can't really show you. So, because I need to shoot someone else. But past ones, they didn't. The railgun was pretty much worthless and it wasn't used. So let's build a sentry gun. Now we've implemented a wireframe before build to where you guys can get to the very edge if you want to. Very tip.
5 minutes.
Build your sentry gun. I love the fact that 3J implemented quick builds, sparks like that. Let's yeah. See if I can get back up there without dying. No, if I can.
It's a pretty cool little attack to the sliver or corner. You like that?
Yeah. I should be able to rocket or to grenade jump right straight up, but you can also put the railguns on the ledge. We gave you guys the ability to pretty much put the sentry gun wherever there's a ledge. We are going to implement, it hasn't been implemented yet, but we will implement no build zones so you can't build them in front of like the respawn and things like that. So we'll probably have a no build zone like right there. But it's going to be in places where it's not really going to affect you. So our model is actually based on a Quake World Team Fortress version done by Docs. I don't know if you guys ever knew Docs' Team Fortress models, but he did third-party models for Team Fortress. And this one was our favorite sentry gun in the past. And we went through lots of different versions in the concept art, and we were just, I wasn't liking how they turned out. I wanted something that felt a little more modern military style. And so this fits right in between, because the concepts that they were coming up with just felt like, almost like, you know, in the Quake 4 single player, you have those sentries that come down into the ground and then come up and shoot. That's how a lot of our sentries were looking, and I just didn't like the feel of it. It felt too Quake 4 to me, and I wanted it to feel more like Team Fortress. So this is what our sentry gun is based off of, is one from Quake. So that's level 2. There's level 3 with rockets. It's pretty powerful. Wish I could show you it well. No, he took the command out. In our development builds, he had a command called Eagle Sentry to where it would turn on teammates. So while we were in single playing by ourselves like this, we could run by and just see how it was tracking and things like that. So you can also build. This is a little small right now. It needs to be a little larger, but you can. You get the ammo door first. Build dispenser and a wild frame like. Fill it up with your wrench. See all the armor and ammo going in it. If you ever want to get anything out of it, all you do is go straight up to it and press shoot. Fill it up first. Oh shoot. I used up all my ammo, now I can't switch weapons. Okay. That's the downside. That's one thing we're going to need to fix is whenever we need to leave the some ammo in the gun, because once right now he's filling up the whole dispenser, you can't switch weapons, so you can't actually use the dispenser, because the way you use it is actually going up to it and pressing fire. And it works a lot like some of the Quake 4 computer interfaces and stuff like that.
1 minute warning.
That's basically it. Boom. So that is actually it. I want to show you guys one more map. Other ones. Yes. Okay. So that covers most of what I had to talk to you guys about. Just showing you our last map. I'd show you hardcore. I'm currently still finishing up right now, but we'll have 4 maps in first release. It will be the 3 I'm showing you here: bases, mock, band, and the other will be hardcore. We wanted to get forts in, but we decided to finish some of the maps that we had started on already. So those are getting finished. We only want to release 4 at first, just because we're trying to get the basics out. Later, and it's only basic capture the flag right now. We'll later release with advanced capture the flag and other game modes like Hunted. If you guys ever played Hunted, the Hunted Prez, where you've got your team and you have the president trying to get to the goal and your team's defending him, the other one's trying to kill him. Or you'll be able to play Border, where it's sort of similar. You got the Mexicans trying to run across the border, and you got your border patrol and trying to guard. You got so we'll have like hot potato, to where you'll try to hold one flag for as long as you can and gather up points. We'll have a bunch of other things to implement later. We've even thought about some things that, like Counter-Strike is used. I know they don't really fit. You don't think of Counter-Strike and Team Fortress together, but there's some gameplay modes that we've been wanting to try. in Team Fortress. So, actually, you guys have probably seen the bases quite a bit, and we use that the most in most of our videos right now. So you'll see plenty of it. I don't want to take up too much more of your guys' time. I know you want to probably get back to the BYOC area and catch other things that I might be keeping you out for. So I thank you all for coming, and that's Quake 4 Fortress.